Hey, Built from Scratch Machine Shop here, coming at you with a series of videos. That's why the shirt's not changing. We're shooting them all in one day. It's because I've got an opportunity to do it. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk another little while about some of the parts that I've designed and really why I designed them and how they impacted, in my opinion, the hobby Christmas light industry. And a lot of my designs were kind of cutting edge. Some of them I wish I still made them, but I'm going to need some more partnerships from some other people. In fact, if you are a YouTube channel out there and you do injection molding, plastic injection molding, I need your help. I've got a part that I've designed. My molds are or were in China. I don't know if the company that made them still exists. But basically, a lot of the features I have on there, I need to be removed, and it's something that can be much, much simpler. Probably something we could really work on together and partner with. But anyway, if you're a plastic injection molding company, reach out to me. But without further ado, let's talk about some of the other products that I have and kind of the when, the why, and the how. All right. That was surprising. So this is the other product that I have here. This is a water jet cut part. This is a central hub that I use to design a bunch of decorations off of. So one of the things I wanted to do when I was building and making things for hobby Christmas lighters is I wanted to make sure that the products that I was making made it easier for hobbyists to, one, purchase and have items shipped out to them, and two, easy to store. So when you design big Christmas decorations, they're very expensive to ship. Large dimensions are inherently expensive to ship. And a lot of guys like big decorations. I like big decorations. So this central hub here was something that I designed to help make that process easier, to make shipping stuff easy and make storing stuff easier is this hub here. But you can't just use one. This is actually designed to use two pieces together, and they're identical. These are identical parts. It's made out of aluminum plates. It's water jet cut, and they're designed to be mounted opposite of one another together. Okay, so designed like that. So the idea is that you can make a decoration that has these central hubs, and you can bolt and unbolt them and make the decoration get larger or smaller. So let's go out and take a look at some of those decorations, and I'll show you how they go together and kind of the why, so that you can understand it a little bit better and see why I was designing these central hubs like this, and how and kind of why I wanted to design them again, because I feel that there is a desire and a need in the hobby industry to kind of bring stuff like this back, to give you decorations that are bulletproof, that are not made out of corrugated plastic, and are something that's durable. You know, Coro's great, but it's a wind sail. It catches stuff because it's wide, it's thick. It's also flammable. Aluminum ain't gonna burn. Decorations built like this have a lot of open space, less wind there, and you can drop them and they're gonna be okay. So let's go out and look at some of those that I have outside, and I'll kind of show you how those go together, and you'll understand a little bit more about that design. All right, so this is my larger snowflake that I designed. I think this is a 4-foot snowflake, if I remember right, and it uses two of these central hubs, and they are mounted together, and then they are cross-bolted, so you can see how all the holes match there. You'll also notice, hopefully it's not too windy for you, you'll also notice how when these line up, they are right across from one another. So as long as you bolt them together, this is going to make sure that everything's perfectly aligned. Now, the reason I designed this way is I had some really small snowflakes. I think they're like 16 inches. Those are okay to ship. They're easy to ship. But once you get to something that's like 4 foot by 4 foot in a box, back in the day it was like $75 to ship it.
but my snowflakes were, I think, $45 or something like that. So it was more expensive to ship it than it was to purchase the item. But with this design, you can actually break the snowflakes in half, and it's only 2 foot across there, roughly. And then, you know, it's less than 4 foot this direction, so they would ship much, much cheaper when we were shipping UPS. So this is how those go together. Now pardon the weld. We were experimenting on this one, and it was a reject, which is why I still have it. Basically, don't buy a Lincoln spool gun welder from Home Depot, because it won't weld aluminum really well. But me and another gentleman that was a welder were working on it at the time, and we needed to experiment because we wanted something quicker than TIG welding, and this was quicker, but it looks like trash. So anyway, ignore the welds and see how this goes together. So that flips over, 3 bolts go in it, and you're set, right? Super, super easy, super simple. And then out here, the Rainy Pixel clips, the little plastic clips, they fit on this bar stock, and then you could put these RGB pixels on here. So it was really designed for people that did RGB displays as a bulletproof design, right? So this is something that you could put together real easily. You can ship it easily, it stores easy, and it's not this giant thing. In fact, you could put the bolts back in it and ship it just like this. This is the other one. Again, that was our experiment on welding. There you go. There is another snowflake like that. So these really simple brackets, just drop your 1/4 inch bolt through there. Add your nuts. And it locks that hub together. And that's your central hub. And then after that's bolted together, that's super strong. So that was our design there. Now, I did design other Christmas decorations after this same idea. Snowflakes, of course, snowflakes are great, but people also want Christmas balls. So what I did is I took that same design, and then those are TIG welded. Look at that, beautiful welds, much, much better. That same hub is put in here, and this is much easier to ship, right? So this is just it's less than half of a sphere, so it's much easier to ship something like that. And then when the customer gets it, they can put these two together, they cross bolt it, and then they have their sphere. So it looks like that, right? And there is their Christmas ball. And I made these in all sorts of sizes. I think I had 18-inch spheres, I had 24-inch spheres, and I think I had 30-inch spheres. But it makes it much, much easier to ship something like that, because that right there, super expensive. But the other thing that's awesome about it is when you want to ship it, they nest together, and you can get a big stack of them together. Right, so that is that central hub. So I took that same idea and I applied it to other decorations. Still using my Rainy Pixel clips. These are deer, and these deer are actually designed to break in half. So right here on the legs, there are threaded holes. There are threaded holes there on the legs, and those legs come off of that deer, which then again makes it easy to ship. Same deal down here. This is a bat that's over 6 foot wide, and yet it breaks down. It's bolted, cross bolted in the center, and then that decoration is also easy to ship. So there you go. There is another part that I designed to solve an issue. Solve an issue with storage, solve an issue with shipping.
The thing that was kind of nice about that one is those are water jet cut, which meant I didn't have to make them. I had somebody actually make them. I outsourced my TIG welding. All I did was sold the part, but that was my other design there. I think they were $3 a piece, something like that, fairly simple. So $6 for a hub, plus the aluminum bar stock, and I could make all sorts of stuff with them. So globes, snowflakes. I think that's about all I really designed. I was going to try to build some of the other things based off of this, but the idea behind it is solid. I probably would design my deer and my bats a little bit different. They're held together with 632 screws, which I think is just a little bit too small for that. But anyway, it's a great idea. Another great part I designed, one that I'm actually kind of proud of, and one of the few that I've actually had water jet cut. But anyway, hope you're enjoying. I hope you're learning something. I hope you really have that desire to support us here on the channel. And if you are a Christmas lighter and you want me to get a few more of these made and have some parts made up, again, if you're one of those plastic injection molders, get a hold of me and we'll see what we can do. But anyway, I hope you're enjoying. I hope you learned something. Built from Scratch Machine Shop, out.